Hi everyone, welcome to the Kelly Likes Crypto YouTube channel. I'm your host, and you guessed it, my name is Kelly, and I love crypto. If you also love crypto, please smash the like button and consider subscribing to the channel to get your daily dose of crypto reviews, news, and price predictions. Before we go any further, let's quickly say I'm not a financial advisor, so please do not take anything I say or talk about in this video as financial advice. Everything said within this video and on my channel is strictly for educational purposes. Okay, with that said, let's dive into today's video. Cardano, ticker symbol ADA. So there's a lot to go over today. So I'm going to talk a little faster than usual, and hopefully we can cover this all in maybe 10 minutes, maybe 15. All right, in today's video, we're going to cover the following. What is Cardano? Why do we like it? Why you should consider adding it to your portfolio, what our short-term and long-term outlook is, the most recent news, and yeah, that's about it. And we'll also run through the charts quickly. Okay, full disclosure, I do own Cardano. I also run a stake pool called Learn. You can find it over at adapools.org. It's a relatively new pool. We're small, but we're growing. We have 128% luck. It's because we're so small and we just minted a block 2 epochs ago. So I have a video on kind of explaining staking and all that kind of stuff. So I'm not going to really go through it right in this video. If you've recently purchased ADA or you're planning to in the future, and you want to come join our stake pool, we'd love to have you. To join a stake pool from the Yoroi or the Daedalus wallet, there's just a tab in the wallet called delegate, and you just go in there and then you type learn. The pool would pop up and you just hit delegate. You're not sending money ever. Your money is always in your control. You could sell your ADA the next day, but you might as well stake it because it earns you 5.5% annually. But that's also compounded every epoch, every 5 days. So that's one of the awesome things about Cardano is everyone can stake, and yeah, it doesn't matter how much you have, and you still control the money. It's never locked up. Most proof of stake blockchains, if you stake the money, it's locked up. Like Ethereum is their 2.0. I guess it's not a test net. Their new blockchain that they're running in unison is, it's locked up. I think it's locked up for a year. And Polkadot, I'm pretty sure Polkadot's locked up. So a lot of them you're locked up. So Cardano, first tick in the awesome column is your money is not, your ADA is not locked up. There's no locked in period. Let's dive into the good stuff. What is Cardano? Cardano is a 3rd generation blockchain. You can go over to their website at cardano.org. It's a pretty good website. I don't know. It's maybe the jargon's a little bit complicated compared to maybe some other websites, but if you're a techie, you definitely will understand it. If not, then we'll just watch, you can just listen to my video and I'll explain it to you. Cardano right now, the price is $1.37 as of this recording. Near the end of the video, I'll go through the charts and the price. Cardano is a 3rd gen blockchain that's focused on building for the future, to make global change in the financial world, especially for the unbanked. The majority of the world doesn't actually have bank accounts. I know that's hard for the people in the West to understand, but the majority of the world, they still deal in just cash, and they can't go to a bank, they can't get a loan, they can't get a credit card. I currently live in Thailand, and yeah, even in Thailand, which is kind of like a second world country, there's a lot of rich people, a lot of poor people too. Yeah, there's this, most people don't have mortgages. Like the majority of people don't have mortgages. Just now they're starting to get mortgages for condos and stuff, but yeah, most people don't have mortgages. Most people don't have credit cards. If they have a credit card, they have to like collateralize it, kind of like they pretty much, it's not really a credit card, it's more like a debit card, right? Anyway, so let's move on. Cardano is built on a scientific philosophy and a peer-reviewed academic research. Okay, what does that mean? Blah blah blah. Boring, right? I know I thought the same thing when I first read it, but you don't take it for granted. This is huge. You know, the people at IOHK, the founder Charles Hodgkinson, sorry Charles, they want to build something that is robust, is going to stand the test of time. It's going to be scalable. They took their time and they planned. They want to make sure that Cardano is perfect. And hey, it's a financial network. I want it to be perfect too. If I'm an investor and I'm investing money, I want the network to be perfect. I don't want it. Oh, sorry, there was a bug. Your money is now gone. This thing can this could happen, right? Third gen blockchain. What's a third gen blockchain? Okay, the first gen is Bitcoin, right? Like Bitcoin started it all. And then the second gen blockchains pretty much showed up the last bull run. They necessarily weren't started in 2017, but maybe that's when they got their most exposure. And the most popular second gen blockchain is Ethereum. And after Bitcoin, I think Ethereum probably has the most name recognition. And then the third gen is essentially the latest generation. The people that are releasing their blockchains, well, not releasing them now, but like Cardano, Polkadot, they had the benefit of learning from Bitcoin and Ethereum's growing pains, learning what obstacles and deficiencies these core technologies are lacking, and they were able. You're able to build a new technology from the ground up and not essentially patch an old technology. The co-founder of Cardano is Charles Hoskinson. He also was a co-founder of Ethereum. So he's been around, he knows what he's talking about, and he's a very smart guy. And he's actually another reason I really like this project. He's very transparent. I think he offers great leadership to the project. Let's dive into the importance of being built on scientific philosophy and peer-reviewed academic research. Let's maybe just do a quick tangent. Like, have you ever sent crypto from your wallet to another address? Obviously, most people watching this video maybe have, or maybe some of you haven't. But you put in a long address into the address line, and you put in some money, and you hit the button send, and it's scary. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, it's scary. I've done it. I've done hundreds of transactions, and every time I still stare at the computer. I'm waiting for the money to show up on the other end. I keep refreshing Etherscan or blockchain.com, and I'm like, when's it going to show up? Why isn't it confirmed yet? Did I use the correct address? The technology, all these technologies are new, and it's scary. So this is why being built on a scientific philosophy and being peer-reviewed academic research, it's important. Like I said, a little bit earlier, is you want to make sure that money actually does show up, and you want to have that trust. Let's do a quick second tangent. I have screwed up, and it wasn't too long ago, about a month, maybe 2 months ago. My friend asked me to buy some ADA for him, and then from an exchange, and then to send it to him. I'm like, sure, yeah, no worries. Send me the money. I'll buy the ADA. I'll send you the ADA. And he sent me the email address. I mean, he sent me the ADA address in an email. And I had just finished doing another transaction. I can't remember which network, but it wasn't on ADA. And I went and copied his address in the email. And I don't know, maybe it just didn't work. Maybe I right clicked and it just didn't copy, but I didn't notice this at the time. And so I went to send his ADA to him, and I put in the address, and I hit the send button, and it wasn't an ADA address. I obviously probably was swearing a bit, and my heart probably dropped a bit, and I'm like, $3,000 US is maybe I'm on the hook for. And yeah, no worries. It just Cardano knew that it wasn't a Cardano address, and they rejected the transaction. And I can't remember, a few minutes, not very long. The money was back on the exchange, and I was uh, I was a happy camper, that's for sure. All right, let's speed this up. When you read about Cardano, you're gonna hear lots of people say these big words. You know, they're gonna say governance and decentralized and scalability and interoperability. Big words. What the heck they mean? So being built from the ground up, Cardano's looked at all these. These are kind of problems that maybe Bitcoin has going forward, or maybe Ethereum has, and they're having to make adjustments. And like, okay, now that now that we have so many users and our network's getting congested, like what Ethereum's experiencing now, they need to figure out, okay, how do we fix this network congestion? These things needed to be addressed, and governance. Let's start with governance. So both Bitcoin and Ethereum don't have a governance mechanism, and they've had civil wars. Bitcoin has forked multiple times. You've seen Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin Gold, Litecoin. These are all forks of the original Bitcoin, and they were forked because of a disagreement in the developers or the people developing Bitcoin at the time. And the same thing happened with Ethereum. Ethereum had the MakerDAO hack, and Ethereum forked. And essentially, I think that was maybe the point where Charles left Ethereum. Don't quote me on that, but Charles was in the camp that they shouldn't roll back the fork. I mean, they shouldn't roll the chain back. And where Vitalik, and I think the miners wanted to roll the chain back. So essentially, they forked. They forked into Ethereum. Ethereum is actually a fork of the original Ethereum. Ethereum Classic is actually the original blockchain. Governance is important, and anyone that's building a blockchain nowadays, they're definitely building governance into it, because you need to have a way to settle disputes and to vote on new changes, and make sure that your blockchain technology doesn't have a civil war and doesn't fork into 2 projects or 3 projects or whatever. Decentralized, as of last month, Cardano is 100% decentralized. As I said before, I run a stake pool myself. There's many, I don't know, there's probably about 2,000 stake pools now. There was about 1,000 when I started. I started it in like February 2nd and this year, 2021. And I think it's probably doubled by now. I don't quote me on the numbers, but it's grown a lot. And if you're interested in that, I have a lot of videos on how to create your own stake pool on my channel. That's actually the reason why I started the channel. Now I'm just kind of branching out into coin reviews and whatnot. But yeah, if you want to start a stake pool, come on over. Or if you want to stake your ADA on my pool, come on over. What else? Okay, so decentralized now, scalable. As more and more people use a blockchain, every time there's a transaction, the blockchain gets longer, right? The blockchain's a public ledger. It's a public, and copies of it are shared throughout the network. Every transaction, the blockchain gets a little bit bigger, a little bit bigger, a little bit bigger, and so this is the problem. And you need a solution. How are you going to be able to keep the network secure, right, and keep it fast? How are you going to grow the network and maintain speed and security? So everyone comes for the money, but in the end, you actually will stay for the technology. And I really love the community of Cardano, and I really love the leadership. I love the transparency. Charles is on, I think he does daily updates now on his YouTube channel is growing really fast. And then he even does like random AMAs like pretty much every week. Okay. Those are a lot of the reasons why I like Cardano. Let's talk about, kind of like the elephant in the room. Like, as soon as you start getting into Cardano, all you're going to hear about is comparisons to Ethereum. Okay, so this is fine. Let's talk about it. I'm not a Ethereum hater. Humans and crypto investors tend to be very tribal. This is fine. I'm an investor first, and also I like to see the world changed in positive ways, and cryptocurrencies are very exciting in this aspect. I really think they're going to solve the majority of humanity's problems. You're gonna see a lot of hate, a lot of FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt, and you're just gonna a lot of comparisons about why Cardano is inferior to Ethereum and blah blah blah. Hey, own both. There's no reason not to. You know what? If ADA overtakes Ethereum, and if you buy ADA now, and you say you buy equal amount of ETH and an equal amount of ADA, guess what? You're gonna be fine. One's a hedge against the other. They hedge each other. Okay. I think they'll both exist in the future. I think they'll both exist. And but hey, if one doesn't, like if one does capture complete market share, then you'll have by owning both, you're guaranteed to be a winner. Okay, so own both. Don't be tribal. Who cares? So should you own Cardano? I'll leave that decision up to you. Obviously, I own it, and I run a stake pool, so I'm pretty biased. I would own both, Ethereum and Cardano. You could even take that. You could even go one step further, and you could say, okay, Ethereum, Cardano, and Polkadot. You could take it another step further, and then you could add in another one, whatever. But I definitely think you should own Cardano. I think it's gonna have an amazing future, and I'm really excited to be part of the community. Let's have a quick look at the chart. So for me, the bull market really started in March of 2020. After the great event. So I'm just quickly showing you the daily chart and just putting in kind of a trend line down the middle. You see there is actually another trend line I have kind of grayed out up here. Cardano for me right now, it's I wouldn't be surprised if it does trend sideways for a little longer. We went up a lot. We were like, I bought in, I think at 17 cents or something, like right around here somewhere. And I never expected it. It just went up and up and up and up and up. So since March 1st, we went sideways. We've ranged between $1.40 to $1. And they're going to be dropping a lot of really, really good news in the summertime. We're going to get smart contracts this summer. It's coming for sure. Probably August. The testnet will be up before then. Like the smart contracts will be getting officially tested and whatnot before then. But once smart contracts comes, ADA is gonna moon. It's gonna moon for sure. So I think right now is a really perfect time to dollar cost average into Cardano. If you're planning on investing in Cardano, I think it's an awesome time to dollar cost average into it. If you are a little bit techie, I think it's an awesome project to run a stake pool. Why not? Right now, my stake pool is small, but right now we're at the tip of the iceberg. And I think anyone who starts a stake pool and gives it a little bit of marketing, they're going to be successful. And I think a stake pool, I think the income that you possibly could earn from it might replace a decent job. And nowadays with the great event of March 2020, lots of people are looking for jobs. So this is kind of not a bad looking stay-at-home kind of job. All right, so if you made it this far, please smash the like button. Let me know in the comments what you think of Cardano. Let me know what I got wrong, or what you disagree with, for sure. I like debating. I don't mind. Ethereum haters, Ethereum bulls. I don't hate Ethereum. I'm a big Ethereum miner. I like both. I own Polkadot too, so I own Link, I own Engine, I own lots of coins. So I'm a big believer in the space. I just don't think there's any reason to be hating on Cardano. They have, I think, an excellent team and an excellent technology. So why not invest in both? All right, guys, that's all I got for now. Yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.